Hello everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be a long video. So if you have a drink, get some snacks because this is going to take a while. All right, so I decided to make this video because I want to be able to help technicians out there, especially here in the US. That's going through certification. So in order for you to become a certified pharmacy technician, you will have to pass the PTCE test or PTCE exam. PTCE stand for Pharmacy Technician Certification Exam. So I'm going to tell you guys first my journey as a pharmacy technician. So I've been a pharmacy technician now for almost 2 years, and I like being a pharmacy technician, and I decided to get certified, to take the exam just very recent. So my journey as a pharmacy technician, I did not start working directly or train as a pharmacy technician. I went to school and I took the course online for the pharmacy technician course, and I will show you guys. I have a short clip of the certificate that I got from the school where I graduated as a pharmacy technician. Once you pass the final exam, then you graduated, they will send you a certificate from the school. So it took me, the course takes about 6 months to a year. So they will give you 6 months to finish it to a year. At that time I was working, so I couldn't do full time. I was working about 52 hours a week, and I do not have a full time to do my schooling. So I decided to do part-time on my pharmacy technician course, and I finally got it finished after 10 months. So I'm gonna show you guys what books I got from the school. Well, these books I actually paid for it. So I paid for these books. It's like, honestly, I don't even remember. I think it's like $30-something, around that range, what I paid for this book. So I have 4 of this. It says pharmacy technician. So I have 4 of these books, and it tells you the topics and everything. So I graduated from a U.S. Career Institute. That's where I get my certificate. I finished the course for pharmacy technician, and to be honest, to me, the only good thing that I got from them is my certificate that shows that I graduated as a pharmacy technician. The books that I studied did not really help me pass the PTCE exam, because like the books that I got from them, it's like, it tells you about like nurses books and stuff, like cardiovascular agents, musculoskeletal agents, gastrointestinal agents. And they have, they have pharmacy calculations, but most of what's the contents of their books has nothing to do with pharmacy technician. So some of them, they have math, we have to do the pharmacy math. Yeah, I'm happy with that. But there's so much information here that I don't even need as a pharmacy technician. I'm not like a nurse that's studying, body parts and body functions and all of this. I'm working as a pharmacy technician. I work at the pharmacy, learn about medication. It has nothing here about medication, has nothing. And it's basically just, a waste of money. And like I said, the only thing I'm getting from them is, is my certificate. And I'm very proud that I finally finished it. But knowledge wise, I mean, I did not learn so much from their books, from the books that I got from them. But anyhow, so I finally got my certificate, and now I've been working as a pharmacy technician for 2 years, for almost 2 years, and I decided to get my certification. So I'm here in Oklahoma City, and in Oklahoma State, you are not required to be certified. But it's an advantage if you are certified, because if you apply a job somewhere else, if you apply at the hospital pharmacy, if you want to become an IV pharmacy technician, where they, prepare the IV and all that stuff, IV bags for the patient, it will look good on your resume if you are a certified tech, because that means you know a lot of stuff as a pharmacy technician. You know the law, the calculation, the more than just the basic stuff that pharmacy technician do. And it is an advantage. Plus, once you pass the certification, you are nationally certified, not just the state where you are in. So all right, so when I was preparing to get my certification, I did a lot of research, because I heard that the test is going to be very difficult. It might not be like really, really difficult, but it is hard. It is difficult. So I did a lot of research. I even purchased a book from eBay that says PTCB practice exam book, and it saying that, they claim that, this is the practice exam for the test that will come out on the test. But I purchased this and I spent like $40, and I was so upset that none of the question and answers here came out on the test. None. But I wasn't too upset. I was just mad that I spent $40 and didn't, nothing comes out on the test and what's inside this book. So, but anyway, like I said, I did a lot of research, and I came across some videos on YouTube, and then I start studying the pharmacy law. Well, I already studied some of the pharmacy law that's in this book. So, but it's still not enough. I need to do some research and learn about the pharmacy laws, all types of laws related to pharmacy in hospitals. Um, so I did that. I studied so hard for probably like 5 months straight, preparing to get my certification, because I want to be able to get this certification. You know, I am aiming to get that certification. I am not gonna quit until I get that. So yeah, I studied so hard. I was so hard on myself. Every chances I get, you know, I was on my phone listening to the videos. I have my iPhone, and then I have an earpiece. You know, I was like listening to I was studying top 200 drugs. Um, and I memorized it, the top 200 drugs, the brand name, their generics, and what's the drug is for. You have to memorize it, at least top 100 drugs. But in my case, I studied top 200 drugs because I want to make sure I pass this test. So my advice to the technicians that's getting ready to do the test: in order for you to pass the test, you have to know at least the top 100 drugs, and you have to memorize it. Their brand names, generics, and also you need to know your SIG codes. If you work at the pharmacy, you should know your SIG codes, because part of the test they will ask you for some SIG codes. So in my case, I don't know exactly what is going to come out on the test, so I studied a whole lot. I even studied how to calculate Ivs, like, because I've heard that some questions are like related, you know, like hospital related. So I learned how to calculate Ivs. I studied that. I studied how to calculate Celsius to Fahrenheit. I studied how to calculate child weight, the what's it called, the Young's rule, Clark rules. So study that and learn also how to calculate the NDC, like what is the correct NDC for this doctor. So you have to calculate, and the last number on the no, not the NDC, I'm sorry, the DEA number for the doctor, the last number is going to match after you sum all the total, is going to match on your answer. And that's how you can find out that that is the right DEA number for the doctors or mid-level practitioner on stuff. All right, so the day of my test, nobody knows that I'm going to take a test. So I surprised them. So I did not tell, not even my pharmacist, because I don't want to tell anyone that I'm going to take the test, and then they're expecting me to pass, and then if I fail, then I feel embarrassed. So I did not tell anyone that I'm going to take the test. So I asked my pharmacist if I can take off for that day. That was Thursday. So I was off Thursday, and I went to take my test. I was very nervous, and so I went there. It was a huge, tall building. It's like top story, 10-story building. So I went there. I came there early like an hour early. So I was just sitting in my car trying to like remember, you know, what I studied from the night before. And I was very nervous. And then when I come to the test, when I get into the building, you know, I went to the second floor. That's where the test. It's the name of the building is Pearson View, VUE, PERSON, and then space VUE is the name of the building. That's where you go to take your test. And not just the pharmacy technician test, you know, nurses and some other courses too, or, you know, like going to hospitals, what, you know, whatever their course that they're taking, that you want to get their certificate and all that stuff. So, all right, guys. So that was March 24th, and that was my happiest day because I passed the test. So first, before you go to the exam room, you have a separate room for the exam. You know, you come to this office, and then they're gonna ask you for your two forms of ID, and then they make you read the, you know, what are the expectations, what you can't do and what you cannot. Like, you can't take food, you can't take drink inside, all that stuff. And then they take a picture of you. After they take a picture of you, no, first they ask for your ID. You give them your ID, and then they're gonna tell you, you know, to sit down. They're gonna take a picture of you, and then after that, they're gonna give you a key. There's a locker on the side, and then you need to put all of your stuff, like everything that you brought in. You can't bring notebooks, you can't bring your cell phone, you can't bring anything to the exam room. That's how serious they are. And they're going to like take a picture of your whole palm of your hands. Like, you have to do this, and then they're like, take a picture of, like, you know, inside of your palm. I don't know why they're doing that, but it's like they're getting your whole palm prints or something. And then they even make me remove my Apple Watch. So I have to remove my Apple Watch and put it to the locker. And then the other lady, she told me, you know, to go there. And then this lady, she asked me to, you know, to do this, do that. Like, you have to like check yourself, your legs, that. And then at that time I was wearing hoodie because it was cold. So I have to like, she asked me to lift my hair up, make sure I don't hide any papers in there or something. I don't know. But yeah, they are very strict. And then once, no, that was not done yet. And then she gave me like a paper, probably like this big, with like few pages in it, and a pen, so you can do your calculations. You can use that as your scratch paper when you do your math calculations and stuff. And then she told me that if I need a calculator, the computer has built-in calculator, but I requested a handheld calculator. So she said, okay, I have a handheld calculator, I can give you one. So I was so happy for that. I don't like a calculator that is built in the, you know, the computer. I don't like it. I like to, like, you know, use it right there in front of me, and I'm able to like hold it. You know, I'm not comfortable of the other built-in whatever. So, and then when you go to the room, they're gonna tell you that, you know, if you want to use the headset. So inside the room, it's like booth. There's like booth here, booth here, booth here. I feel like I was working at call center, because that's how the setup when I used to work at call center like 8 years ago or 10 years ago. And then you have a headset that you put, on your if you don't want noise on the background, which I don't hear any noises in the background. Everybody that goes to the test was like so serious, and everybody is quiet, just like, you know, just trying to pass the test, whatever the test, you know, they are taking, I don't know. But everybody was quiet. I was just like so focused on the computer, and I just want to make sure I get my answer right and everything, and, you know, pass this test. So I was not able to use the headset. I don't care. I just want to straight to the computer and just start my test. So at first, they're going to set up the computer of what exam are you taking. At that time, I was the only one taking the pharmacy technician certification. I was the only one, and then some other people that was there with me was taking an, you know, different type of exam, I don't know. But so the lady told me, you know, to start, and then I hit start, and then you have, so the expectations, okay, so for you all that have not been to the test, have not taken the test, so the expectation is the PTCE exam consists of 90 questions. So you have 90 questions, and out of those 10 questions is not scored. So like only 80 questions they give you a score, but out of the 10 is unscored. So but you have no idea which one is unscored or not. So, and also you have 2 hours to complete the test. That means you have 1 minute and 33 seconds to finish the test. So what I did to make sure that I'm not running out of time, when I started the test, it's gonna, okay, so when I started the test, the test consists of multiple choices, and also there's calculations, pharmacy calculations, and unit conversions. But I don't have so much math questions on my test. I probably have like, probably the most are like 10 math calculation or 10 math questions out of the 90. So, and since I studied so hard, I pretty much know what's the question and what's the answer. So what's the answer to the question? So every time, you know, when I read the questions and it kind of look familiar, I will, you know, and I look at the choices of the answer, you know, it kind of put a smile on my face, because I knew this. It's like in the back of my head, it's like, oh, I knew this. And then the second question, oh, I knew this. So it's a very good feeling. I was not too nervous. When I come to the test, I took 2 stress-free relief gummies that I take, you know, when I feel like stressed that day, or my anxiety is high. Especially when you're taking a test, I will recommend for you to take stress-free gummies. You can just buy it at Walmart. It's like under $10, and believe me, that, you know, that calms me for the whole day. Like even while I was taking the test, I was so calm and I was focused. And so after I've done all the tests, so every time, so this is the tips I'm gonna give you. So every time that you see math questions, flag it. There's an option on the top that you can flag it, and then it will go to the next question. And every time I see math questions, I click flag. And because math will take time, because I have to do the conversion, I have to calculate, because there's a conversion from ml to grams, and you know, milliliter to milligram, milligrams to milliliter. There's, you know, that will take my time. So I flagged all the math questions and I will do it at the end. So after I answer all the multiple choices questions, the remaining questions that I didn't answer yet was math. So I did it at the, like at the end, after I did everything. So I did all my calculations, and after I answer all the math questions, I remember that I still have plenty of time. So I was looking at the time and it was like I still have like 24 minutes remaining, and I was like at the end of the test, and I like the next button, it says submit, you know, and I was like, I still got plenty of time. So I went all the way up from the beginning and double checked my answers. But even though I went back to the beginning and checked all my single answer, I never changed none of my answer. I keep my answer the way it is. I never changed it, because I was like 95% positive that that was the correct answer that I choose in the first place. So I was just waiting my time until it went down to like 15, and then I had like 15 minutes remaining, and then I couldn't wait any longer. I'm so excited. I just want to get this over with. So I click submit, and then next thing I know, there's something pop up on my screen, and it says pass. And I sit there and I put my hand to my forehead like this, and I start crying, like not loud, but like it was like I was doing like this. I was so relieved, and I was so happy that I am not going to take the test again. You know, it's very challenging. It's, you know, you get nervous. It's just normal feeling, because, you know, you're trying to pass this test and there's so much stuff in the back of your head. And so much for that, guys. Like I said, this is going to be a long video because this is my experience as a pharmacy technician, and I'm happy to show you guys. This is the paper that I received March the 24th when I took the test after I passed. They give me this copy. It's saying, so candidate Diana B. Garcia, and then here it says pass, PASS. So, and then your actual certification, your actual certificate, you will get it, or you can download it, or you can request it through PTCB. So you will need to create your PTCB account, create a username and password, because in order for you to make an appointment for your exam, you have to create the PTCB account, Pharmacy Technician Certification Board. That's what it means. And so I already had the account set up, so now I'm just waiting. I am checking every day to see if they already posted my result from this test, because I am very excited of what's my score. The score to pass the PTCE exam is 1400. So that's 1,400 points for you to pass. And I am very excited to see what's my score. And also I'm excited to see my certification, because I want to be able to print, or, you know, request it for them to send to me if it's possible. I don't care if I have to pay. I want my certification in my hand right now. So I'm so excited. So yeah, I'm very proud of this. I'm very proud of myself. My husband took me to dinner that day, when I pass the test for my celebration, because it is a big deal. And I work, I mean, not work, I studied so hard. Even even though I already passed the test, I still have a lot of information in my head, that even the information that that did not come out on the test, you know, I studied, because I didn't know what's gonna come out on the test and what's not. So I put so much information in my head. Like, so guys, make sure, and this is the honest truth, make sure to study pharmacy law. Watch, if you don't have a book to study, watch videos online. There's so many videos for pharmacy technicians about, you know, exam, about, you know, how to get your certification. I did not, you know, some of them, they will say, you know, you have to subscribe, you have to pay for this, you know, you have to pay in order for you to, for us to give you the information on what's going to come out on the test. No, I didn't pay anything. I already studied, I already took a course to be a pharmacy technician. I got all the knowledge I got from them, plus, you know, watching the videos in online. Especially I was watching the pharmacy law. I was studying for the top 200 drugs. I memorized it in my head over and over. So there's a video for the top 200 drugs on YouTube. All you have to do, you don't even have to like memorize it, like, you know, straining yourself, memorize it, because it takes a lot to memorize it. It's 200. There's 200 drugs that you have to memorize. So what I did, I play it over and over. So when I have time, you know, I watch that video over and over, and I have a headset so I don't bother anybody. So I have a headset on my phone, and I'll just lay there and just listening to the top 200 drugs, their generics, and what the drug is for. And that's how I memorized it. You don't have to memorize it like, you know, stressing yourself out and straining yourself. If you play it over and over, it will stick in your memory. So yeah, so yeah, that's what on the test, most that came out is the drugs. So study your top 200 drugs, at least the top 100 drugs. But if you want to do more knowledge, then do top 200. But in my case, I did not regret that I studied the top 200 drugs, because I use it in the pharmacy every single day. If the customer was asking me, picking up prescription, and they were not familiar of the generics and stuff, they only know it as a brand name, you know, and then they're asking me, what is that for? And I tell them, this is your cholesterol medicine. And they say like, oh, okay. Or, you know, this is your blood pressure medicine, this is your diabetes medicine, this is your anxiety medicine. You know, I have the knowledge because I memorize it all. So you're not losing anything. All right, so what else do I need to mention? So yeah, the top 200 drugs, the pharmacy law, those two things, they're heavy on the test. And I can't tell you guys exactly what comes out on the test, because now that I passed the test, I don't even remember every single questions, because they changed the wording on the question. If you see these questions about, you know, example DEA, what's the DEA for? When you take the test, you will switch the wording, you know, so it's not gonna be the same as what you learn, you know, but it's kind of similar, but just the wording is different. So yeah, study those two. Make sure you study your SIG codes. You know, I can't like I said, I can't tell you guys what comes out on the test exactly, the, you know, how they worded it, because I will get in trouble. When you take the before you take the exam, you know, they want you to like swear that you're not telling anyone about what's in the test. So, you know, so I'm not telling anyone. I'm just giving you guys the telling you the topics of what's going to come out on the test. But I'm not gonna give you a specific, you know, answer and specific questions. So I hope that helps. If you have any questions, just comment below. Sorry, this is a long videos, and it's like all over the place, but if you watch my video from the beginning to end, you will get what I'm trying to say. It's not that hard to understand. All right, guys, thank you all so much. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't already, and don't forget to hit the notification bell so you will be updated every time I upload a new video. So my video is mainly for unboxing and reviews, and I do vlogs, but it's not related to pharmacy or anything. But this is very important to me, that I want to share everyone my knowledge and my experience to the technician that's want to pass the certification. So thank you all so much, guys. See you on my next video. Bye, guys.